Welcome to the Everything Podcast. In this episode, I'm going to be recapping the Netflix series Vladimir. But before I do, I'm recording this episode on the 24th of March, 2026. And I've done all the housekeeping in the previous episode. So if you're listening on audio platforms, go and listen to that episode because I talk about the podcast, schedule for April 2026, which kind of might not depend because I don't know how much I'm going to be ahead because I was under the impression that I was doing less episodes in April. That has now changed. But as I do with all my recaps, before I let you know my thoughts, here is the trailer for Vladimir.
It's come to my attention that I've just lost the ability to captivate. Where are you going?
A friend.
It's like my husband and my students.
I don't understand that at all.
Even my daughter. Stop! And my entire personhood useless. Is there an extra chair?
2 more volunteers.
Truly, what is more embarrassing?
Hey, excuse me. Say what? Have you met Vladimir Recap?
A twist. So we put you in my old office.
That's why the vibes are so good. You have some dust in here.
Classic. I can't let him slip away. Oh, stunning.
I've read your book.
Really?
It's so fucking good. The romance, fixation, and the pining. I have a thing for crazy girls.
Mm-hmm.
Your behavior has been erratic.
It's like you're on another planet these days. Maybe you need to step down from teaching.
Dad, you're calling for me. He likes the palms.
Will you stop saying pumps?
Palms.
Why, you've never fantasized about someone having an all-consuming obsession. I have done nothing wrong. Sorry. I just wanted to be sure you were here in the flesh.
I'm supposed to what?
Oh, in my dreams.
That was the trailer for Vladimir, which, as you saw, or maybe didn't, depend upon if you're listening and watching to this episode, was released in its entirety on the 5th of March 2026. It's taken me nearly 3 weeks to watch all of it, 8 episodes long. I was watching an episode a day and then I think I was maybe too busy to watch one. And if you saw in the trailer, this episode is going to be very interesting for me to talk about because it isn't particularly adult, child friendly, family friendly. It is a more adult, mature series, so this is going to be interesting. As I've mentioned in previous episodes, I've tried to keep the podcast very family friendly, PG, as much as I can. So this is going to be interesting for me to talk about. But as I said, it's 8 episodes long. As you saw the trailer. If you or heard the trailer, depending upon if you're watching or listening to the episode, it was what was I going to say? It was it kind of starts and we see stars. That's what I was saying. Stars Leah Woodall as Vladimir, the title character, Rachel Weisz as M. John Slattery as John, M's wife. Also, we have that's kind of the main cast that we know about, and kind of Vladimir is married to Cynthia, who has mental health issues, and M is married to John, who has been banned from teaching based on some not so great allegations. And kind of episode 1 starts with Vladimir screaming in chains, and we kind of go back we kind of build to where that we learn kind of over the first 6 episodes. It kind of slowly builds. Episode 7 it builds dramatically, and then we find out what happens after that in the final episode 8. And kind of there's loads of lies and deception to this, and kind of what's true, what's not, because some of it's fantasy, some of it's real in reality. So it is kind of a little bit mind bending with that. It's based on a book actually, and the showrunner of the show is the author of the book. So kind of it is quite. I've not read the book, but I assume that it's quite. What do I mean? Quite. What's the word? Quite faithful. That's the word. Quite faithful to the book. It's not kind of taking liberties, as far as I'm aware. If it is, if you've read the book and have watched the show, then let me know in the comments below. I'm happy to be proved wrong because obviously I don't know on that. But yeah, it is very not very adult and mature. I think there's a 15 or 18 age rating on the episode, so there you go. Obviously that's UK age ratings. Obviously in different countries you use different numbers and symbols, so and we meet everything. So the first few episodes it gets steadily worse and worse. We find out more about what John has done or alleged to have done, and then Em and John kind of don't want to tell their daughter about it until they Em does eventually. Episode 1 is basically meeting Vladimir and Em's reaction to that and all of that stuff, and them starting a society, and kind of throughout the series kind of moving things around so she can spend more time with Vladimir. It's an obsession. It's kind of on the verge of being a stalker. It's not on the verge. It is because she kind of puts meeting up with him before kind of being at John's hearing, which is moved around, and John asks to do multiple things to try and help, which initially she does rather, but then she kind of changes her mind and goes, I don't want to go down with you a little bit. So yeah, spends the time with Vladimir, lies to him multiple times, kind of believes that John and Cynthia, so that's Vladimir's wife, are having an affair, to the point where in episode 7 or 8, no 8 or 7 or 8, I can't remember which one it is, Vladimir and sleep together because tells Vladimir about this, and destroys Vladimir's phone, pretends there's no Wi-Fi in the cabin. So episode 7 is when it really takes a turn, and then kind of they sleep together, and then John actually tells the truth about it. Vladimir then ends up attacking John for it, and the series ends with a fire breaking out, and we're led to believe, who's she gonna save and help, and it turns out that neither of them seemingly, and she kind of says something at the end which we're not sure if it's true or false, and so it's kind of left on an open ending a little bit, with a kind of writing books, because both she and Vladimir are authors. They work in the same department at the university, and that kind of is a big part of it as well, and is kind of ends with us, or Vladimir and John being trapped and us not knowing if they got out or not, and she said that they do, and no one dies, but we're not so sure on that. So if it ends a different way in the book, please let me know. But that kind of is it for my recap of Vladimir. Let me know what you've the differences between the book and the show. If you've read the book and watched the show, let me know if you've just watched the show or read the book as well. Put all of those in the comments below, and without further ado, I will see you in a future episode of the podcast. See you then. Goodbye.